One definition of craft is that it's a process that you can't completely describe in words or diagrams. So you can approximate it, and you can give hints. You can never explain exactly what you do with your hands in order to achieve the result, because it's so kind of minutely subtle. So that's one definition of craft is that it's like the manual dexterity side of things. But another definition of craft would be that it involves risk, and you might just go horribly wrong if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. So I think they both kind of work for what I do. The idea that it's a little bit of art and a little bit of engineering kind of works maybe, but that also depends, I suppose, on what your definition of art is. Probably what I do is not the same as what most people would consider art. So I think it's possibly not the fact that it's handcrafted. I think the thing that makes it special is that it's made for an individual. So it's exactly what they want, and it does exactly the job they want it to do, and it looks at the detailing is just the way they want it to be. Or it's kind of a collaboration between what they want and me imposing mine, having a creative touch on top of it. So I think that going through that process, I think a lot of my customers really enjoy that kind of being involved and seeing it develop, and then kind of different stages of the process, rather than just having a thing that kind of pops out of nowhere as a finished article. It's the same as lots of other finished articles. It's quite I think that's what makes a handcrafted bike special, but possibly not because it's handcrafted. Have I built my own the bike that I just love to ride? I've built 3 or 4 of them, but I think there's still a few to go. So yeah, there's going to be some more, definitely. The toughest part of my job is actually making bicycles is quite easy, and I think the toughest part is running a business and being disciplined and doing the bits that I don't enjoy doing, like my tax return. But actually, like, messing around with bits of metal is good fun. It's easy. So kind of experience and rules of thumb and a bit of feeling and a bit of engineering. So talking to the customer about what kind of ride they want from their bike, whether they want something that's really stiff and efficient, but possibly not very comfortable, where they want something that's just a little bit more compliant and lively and kind of give a bit more feedback of the road. And then, you know, if they're kind of like a 16-stone rugby player and putting out 1,000 watts, or if they're, you know, some little 6-stone hill climber that's, you know, so different riders will need different things. But that's mostly kind of intuition and feel, really, rather than stress analysis of every single application. I mean, I enjoy working with materials, and I've worked a lot with steel, I've worked a bit with titanium, and I've worked a little bit with carbon fibre, but I've never made a complete bike out of carbon fibre. But on paper it's a really fantastic material, but it's the actual reality of working with carbon fibre is it's not that much fun. You know, it's not sort of glue, and you know, it's just kind of messy and horrible. Whereas you know, steel is, you know, I feel at home in a kind of a steel environment. So maybe one day, but not urgently.